I love Just for Fun. I got it the first time. Also because I thought it was going to be a more fun song. So I think that's why I tuned in whenever, who was it, Willie Nelson? Whenever he was like, up next, it's Just for Fun. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be something fun. Like, I thought this was going to be like what Yaya was. And then when I listened to the lyrics, I was like, this isn't fun. This is kind of sad, actually.
What?
I'm going down south just for fun. I am the man. I know it.
What do you think this song was about?
I have no clue. Yes, welcome back to another episode of Looking with Alexis and Cole.
Cole.
He's Cole. I'm Alexis. And can you tell that today's going to be a silly little day?
The silliest.
The silliest.
Because it is a beautiful 45 degrees outside.
Is it, actually?
Maybe 47. And it is sunny.
But it's really windy.
It's okay, though. It looks good.
I mean, yeah, it looks like a summer day. As you guys can tell with what I'm wearing.
The winds, it like carries negative ions to your face. Like,
what does that mean? Speak louder.
Revitalizes your face.
Like cold weather?
Like exfoliation.
You know what? I actually do believe that because whenever I first moved here, I swear on my life when I first moved here for the first couple of months, my face was clearer than ever. Mm-hmm. Like my face was so clear, and I was like, it has to be because I'm not sweating at all, And I guess it was just the sharp change in weather from Florida to where are we? Illinois.
I was talking shit, but that you're
oh wait, you're
point.
So wait, you're lying.
Yeah, I was just talking shit.
I don't know anything about chemistry, y'all.
No, but I mean, that would make sense, right? Because you're in Miami, it's humid.
Mm-hmm.
Your face is wet. You're always wet, so you harbor bacteria on your surfaces. I don't know.
Through the orifices.
Yeah, through the orifices. Yeah.
Orifices.
Because I don't know, unless you take multiple showers, or just
I don't.
Every time I go down to, for example, El Salvador, it's so humid, and I love it, but it's I'm always I want to take a shower because I feel drenched.
Yeah.
But you can't always do that.
No. Anyways, y'all, hello, welcome back. Thanks so much. Make sure that you go ahead and follow us on our social medias. It's going to be at Looking with Alexis and Cole on Instagram and TikTok for now. We're trying to figure out a couple of other things, but...
And YouTube.
And YouTube, obviously. That's why we're literally recording.
My personal favorites.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm just kidding, actually.
YouTube is doing well, honestly.
Yeah, YouTube
we're doing very well on YouTube.
We could talk a little bit about how it's been going with podcasting.
Sure.
And you can also find us on OnlyFans. We also have a page. We have a Pinterest page. Yeah.
Pinterest.
Telegram.
Tumblr. We're back on there.
MySpace.
Yes.
You can hit us up on Kick.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about Kick.
No, you know what? I was telling Cole the other day. I'm like, we should talk about 2014 on this episode because I sent you that video. I
didn't watch it.
Well, anyways, too long didn't read. You just too long didn't read.
TLDR, yeah.
TLDR. Sent him this video of this girl who was doing a flashback to 2014, and she was talking about all the popular cultural moments of that time, and she was the song of the year was "Bang Bang."
Oh my god!
By Jessie J, Nicki Minaj, and Ariana Grande. And so she's like, I can tell you that everything that's happening right now is somewhat related to that song.
Like what?
Because that was a song that kind of elevated Ariana Grande.
Okay.
That was also the year that My Everything came out.
Uh-huh.
And it was just such a crazy collaboration. You would have just never
It was a crazy collab.
And then also that was when Nicki was, also at the top of the charts. And just
it's mixed Moscato, it's friends and about us.
Yeah.
Bro, it's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'll have to to look at that, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll get back to you guys next episode for our 2014 to 2024 recap.
Yeah.
But for now, just like we mentioned before, we're gonna do a little bit of a Cowboy Carter review, our full review.
Woo!
Since we finally had time to actually marinate on the album. First thoughts.
Oh, we've been marinated.
I've been marinated. That's the only thing
I've marinated probably 5 or 6 times now.
More than that for me, much more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's deep in my bones now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like I said,
it's in the bone marrow.
It's in the bone marrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, it's deep in there.
Yeah.
Like a Tuesday morning.
Oh, what? a grandmother clock?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to have a grandfather clock someday.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just badass.
You're gonna like
just
thrift it?
Ominous. Yeah, they're just ominous. Like, imagine inviting someone over for like a beep appointment.
Uh-huh.
And they come in and the first thing they see is just like this big grandfather clock with like a big pendulum.
I mean, as long as it doesn't stop at like 3 a.m., you're okay. Because that's like when you know it's haunted. 3 a.m. is like...
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
hour.
Haunted hours. And that's kind of like when we operate.
3 a.m.?
That's when I operate.
I don't.
That's when I wake up and I make myself a chicken quesadilla.
No, I'm dead. I'm asleep. Oh my God. Whenever I see somebody send me like a TikTok at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., I'm like, what are you doing with your life?
Don't call me out like that.
Sorry. Back to Beyonce. I thought it was a great album, especially as a follow-up for Renaissance. To me personally, I'm kind of glad that we got Renaissance first just because it made sense to me. You know, it being like a more fun, dancey kind of like album. Yeah. And then now it's like, this is something for us to kind of sit back and really just listen to, enjoy her vocals and just kind of, I don't want to say almost like ruminate on. Like, it's an album that's just meant for like listening. It's a listening experience. I feel like Renaissance was an experience in general. Like it was more physical.
Oh, okay.
You know, whereas this is a little bit more spiritual.
Yeah,
really,
I could see that. I could see that. I mean, Renaissance was definitely for, I guess, like the runway, for being a bad bitch, for just enjoying life and just being unabashedly unapologetic. And, you know, just being that girl. I'm that girl, you know? But Cowboy Carter, I think, is someone who knows that, but isn't like necessarily like making it the subject of her songs anymore. She knows she's bad, but now it's like she's trying to reflect more on like
I feel like
her success.
I feel like Cowboy Carter almost follows a similar blueprint in a way, or you could say it's the daughter, because the song Y'all Daughter, love it, of like Lemonade in a way. You know, Lemonade told a story, you know, and I feel like Cowboy Carter, especially because
I think it's the mother, actually.
You think it's the mother?
I think it's the mother.
Really? Okay, wait, explain that. Or why, if you can formulate your thoughts quickly.
I think that Lemonade in a way was, you know, a very deeply personal, I guess, experience for Beyonce as she kind of like ruminated with these thoughts around jealousy, lack of loyalty, lack of like falling out of trust and everything. So it was very kind of reactionary in a way. But this album, not reactionary, but like more reactive. But this album, I think, is much more about appreciating and being grateful for what she has, and being just like, you know, being like, that's my man. Like with Jolene, for example, like the way that she kind of like,
I felt like it was a continuation. Well, she actually probably maybe recorded that around the same time.
I think as some music critics sometimes say in general, like she's like resting on her laurels right now. You know what I mean? Versus Lemonade was very much like Lemonade, I feel like, was much more emotional.
Yeah, I will
was
say
much
that.
more
Yes.
like at least it pulled my emotions more.
No, you're
It's a
right.
little bit more intense. This
Hmm.
album seems very light and airy, and I love it. Light and airy. It's like a Saturday morning in a country house, you know, like out
Hmm.
in the middle of the
Yeah.
prairie
But
with the
still
light
stripped back though. I
softly.
mean, because we have
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Protector, we have
Yeah,
My Rose. You know, I mean, I know Jolene is more fun or whatever, but
I'll
like
be your
that is still her
protector. Yeah,
talking about like the infidelity, and then we have her lovely songs like Two Hands to Heaven and what are the Two Most Wanted, and then Levi's Jeans. Like I think those are
yeah,
like pretty little love songs and shit. And
yeah,
then we have American Requiem and then Amen. Both of those, I love that, and that
yeah,
was directly birthing from the disrespect that she had during
yeah,
the CMA's performance
yeah.
back in, is that
Exactly.
2016, 2017 ish.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, 2016. It was 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think it's like uh, I see Lemonade more of being a daughter because this is just much
Mm,
more of a mature album, in my
yeah,
opinion.
I can see that.
Not in a bad way, right? Like
Hmm.
I think they're both mature and excellent albums, but in a way, this seems like and I mean it just makes more sense. Beyonce's like much more senior into her career, like she's gotten so much done since Lemonade
Hmm.
that it's just a more evolved version.
Okay.
You know what I mean
Yeah.
of her, um,
Yeah.
which yeah, no, I mean I think that in many moments of this album, it's her finest work yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Just because she has a lot of artists behind her helping her produce her music,
Hmm.
um, that she doesn't deserve the praise. And I think that's ridiculous because I think, especially because in the film itself, in the Renaissance film, she devotes a lot of time to talking about the team behind her, even the people like the people who put the stage together, or even like I don't know, like she takes the time to give praise to everyone, and
Hmm.
you know, recognizing that it's not just her, it's like a group effort, right? And just I was just reading about how people were like, well, you know, music is just like art. Sometimes it can be a communal
Hmm.
like effort. Having inputs from many different people makes the final product just shine that much more, right? So it's like this like idea that, you know, she doesn't have she shouldn't take as much credit for her music just because she had a whole team behind her doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
right?
Plus, like,
Because
I mean, I think a lot of that, honestly, it comes from just who she is as a person. I think also with her success, she's seen so much success in the last, I don't know, 30 or something years of her doing this, basically, that, like, she doesn't care about, like, only receiving accolades for herself or something like that. I think it's important to her that she kind of shares this process with other people and collaborates on that. And it is a
yeah,
communal experience, but also, like you said, I think it comes from that because she started off with Destiny's Child, and she has such a close relationship with those girls in the group. And I think
mm,
that really probably helped her realize how much more you can achieve whenever it comes to, like, just collaboration.
yeah,
Because they've been together forever. I mean, especially her and Kelly, they've been there since babies.
yeah,
you know
yeah.
so but I don't know, I like it. And then did you see, I want to say I don't know if it's Willie Jones or it was Shabuzi, but one of the two, he posted, like, it was Just for Fun. So I think that was Willie Jones. Willie Jones is on Just for Fun.
Yes.
And he posted the lyrics on Instagram, and it was Beyonce's handwritten notes on it. And she was like, hey, here, less rasp. Here, you need to do this. Make sure that you smoothen out your shit here and do this and do that.
Yeah.
And like I love that, because
Yeah.
I also think about it. I'm like, how many other artists are really kind of getting into the booth and listening and then critiquing other people who might be younger and might not be in the industry as long or as much as somebody else, and they're telling them like, hey, this is how this needs to sound, like, let's like work on this, and coaching them instead of just telling them, hey, yeah, send in your verse, and then once they get the verse, they're kind of like, okay, yeah, this is fine, whatever.
I
And
get
I don't
it.
know, maybe people do that all the time, but I like seeing that.
I just want to know who approved Mariah Carey's verse on "Yes We Can" or
Yes,
We Can."
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Okay,
and.
Obama. Okay,
On the
Obama.
"Yes and" remix because that was atrocious, and I was very much looking forward to that. But
I love Mariah.
I love Mariah, but that remix.
It wasn't good. I've listened to it once.
Should have stayed in the drafts.
Yeah, it stayed in Kentucky for me. That's the only time that has ever played.
Oh yeah, was that when you got a piece
Stop
of paper? We're beefing, guys. We're beefing.
We're beefing.
No, but okay. So let's talk about favorites.
Okay.
My favorites, in no particular order, "Bodyguard."
Yes.
That song is honestly one of my favorite Beyoncé songs.
Ever? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could say that.
I can say that.
I can say that it's country. It's a nice listen. It's very breezy. You can dance to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then you can sing to it. Honey, honey, I can be your bodyguard. Something like that. You can sing to it. You can dance to it. It's light. It's fun. It's not pretentious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just very folksy. And
I
very
have a
groovy.
whole music video idea in my head for that song.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Yeah, like I don't know. I think, and if it's too basic, please don't beat my ass, y'all. But like, I don't know. I see them like in the West somewhere or whatever, and it's basically just her and her lover, and they're like maybe like on like a
Her and Jay-Z.
Whoever is in the music video.
Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga.
Oh, it could go right into. It could go right into Telephone Part 2.
Yes.
No, but they're like driving around basically, honey, honey, and they're like doing a little road trip. They stop at motels and stuff, and then like whenever she's singing the chorus, I kind of envision her in the back because I did see something, and it was like somebody said Bodyguard is if Partition had like a sweeter little sister or something like that or whatever, and I'm like imagine her while she's singing the chorus still in the back of the car, like honey, honey, with the camera, and while the guy's in the front, it's not Partition, but she's still in the back, like in Partition.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then they just stop and like they're just doing stuff around the West, shooting and whatever it's kind of like a continuation almost of like On the Run tour, like those scenes, kind of, but more Wild Wild West.
With Jay-Z.
Well, Jay-Z or not.
No, I get it. I would say, and then it like, I'm still thinking about it like in Lady Gaga, and then they like drive to the set of Perfect Illusion, and then the whole universe is like, like connected.
Yes.
No, but that would be beautiful. I was thinking like maybe like on the back of like a 4x4 like Jeep Wrangler or whatever, driving through the desert.
Yes.
Being cunty and just being like, woo! Like what we did in Malibu.
Oh, rest in peace. How do you think Jean, was that her name?
I think she's fine.
Jean is the Jeep that we rented, y'all.
I think she's fine. I never paid that ticket.
Don't say that. Why would you say that? we're live.
I was talking the ticket that I got fined for being too cunty.
Period.
So
saved yourself.
Yeah. No, literally. Yeah. I don't want to pay it.
The cops are like, we got him.
Country girls make do.
But
okay. So, anyways, in terms of songs, Bodyguard. Yeah.
Like I said last, it's gonna be historic. Like I haven't heard anything like that in a long time, and if ever, maybe like pre us, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but not like in our generation.
Yeah, but for a song like that to be getting put out by a major artist and it be that good.
Oh yeah,
it's very very good. And it just also kind of reminds me of when people are like, "Oh, music was better back then." I'm like, you know what? Maybe
you're right.
Maybe you're cooking, but I like house music too much to be like. It's not fully cooked. But what else? I would say Bodyguard, Tyrant.
Tyrant's great. That beat drop. actually makes me shake. Like every single time I hear it,
Yeah.
I just lose every bit of shit in my mind.
No, it's amazing.
Like it's gone.
Yeah. And then, what else?
I like
Running through the river.
Yeah, Riverdance is a big one. I think that's like one of the faves that everybody loves.
But you didn't like it at the beginning.
I didn't like it initially. I think, but I knew I was going to have to get into it. Because that's also kind of how I felt about America's Most Wanted or whatever.
Riverdance is this album's Break My Soul.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, kind of. I mean, like in the sound sense, like sonically, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe not like lyrical content.
Yes. Okay. Sonically, I agree.
Sonically, yeah.
Yes.
One that I think I didn't like at the beginning, but now I like is Daughter.
I like
Daughter is a continuation of Haunted.
Yes. Daughter is like the little sister or whatever, the sister of Haunted. I love the Italian Caro Mio Ben.
Yes.
Love that. I got it the first time.
This is Beyonce's Bloody Mary, I think.
I'm not a little monster or whatever.
No, but if you guys know Bloody Mary, like I sing on Paris mountaintops.
Oh, sorry.
No, I sing on mountaintops in Paris cold. Bloody Mary. You know that song? Wait, I'm just gonna play it. I need to remember.
It's okay. I think I know. It was viral on TikTok, right?
Yeah, but
yeah, it's okay. Let's just keep going.
Mob. Anyways, this is her Bloody Mary. Like in terms of like theatricality, and just ooh.
I really like Two Hands to Heaven a lot.
Yeah,
I know it's a little bit slower. I feel like I'm calling that like maybe it's like I feel like it's in popularity the Virgo's Groove of the album, but I think when it comes to sound, it's closer to Plastic Off the Sofa.
Yeah.
Or like vibe, I should say, not necessarily sound.
Yeah, I get you.
And I think one of my favorite things about the album is that there's so much gospel influence in it too. And I mean, me growing up in the South, as a Black young man, I think the gospel really like spoke to me, and to hear that on like a country album, I think that it just sends me to another realm.
Yeah, I agree with like Amen and American Requiem. Yeah, it's also in a way an album that was perfectly made to be looped.
Yes, love that.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah,
you know?
And I think, you know what? I mean, low key, maybe we're getting kind of deep here, but I feel like there's a message there, because I mean, the whole start is American Requiem, and if y'all don't know what a requiem is, it's literally like a song or a hymn or whatever that you would sing like to honor the death of something. So American Requiem, it's a song honoring like the death or the downfall of America, and for it to end with Amen that loops all the way back to American Requiem, maybe it's like history repeats itself. You know, we're constantly seeing America do this shit over and over and over again at different times in history, two different generations.
Yes, yeah.
I just thought of that on the spot, y'all.
That's amazing. No, that's so real.
BuzzFeed, hire me.
He's the next La Quinta, guys.
Yes.
No, literally. That makes so much sense. I mean, Amen is kind of like this, you know, this blessing, right? I hope everything goes fine in your next life. And then because you hear these like sounds of like getting, it almost sounds like an alien abduction, like you're getting abducted to heaven. I swear to God, you just like unlock something. You get abducted to heaven or whatever, and then you come back down. It's American Requiem. You keep on dying over and over and over again.
What is that, reincarnation?
Because yes, these cycles, historic cycles get reincarnated over and over again. We just unlocked the whole album.
That was good. That was good. Sorry, y'all. I haven't heard anybody say that shit either yet.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay. But, yeah. What other favorites do you have?
Another favorite of mine. We talked about Tyrant. I love Tyrant. I love the beat change. I think that's up there for me. Ooh, okay. But a song for me that I feel like is a little bit underrated and people haven't been talking about enough is Just for Fun. I love Just for Fun. I got it the first time Also because I thought it was going to be a more fun song, so I think that's why I tuned in whenever who was it, Willie Nelson, whenever he was like, up next, it's just for fun. And I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be something fun. Like I thought this was gonna be like what Yaya was. And then when I listened to the lyrics, I was like, this isn't fun. This is kinda sad, actually.
What
I'm going down south just for fun. I am the man, I know it.
What do you think this song was about?
I have no clue. In the Cowboys and
Is it talking about like?
But I don't know the purpose.
Like, what is it talking about?
Here, let's look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so just for fun says, well, on Genius it says just for fun stem from how people do things for fun, even though sometimes you may have adverse reactions. Beyonce and Willie Jones reflect on how they felt overwhelmed and in the dark, but are encouraged to keep going no matter what. This explains a bit how the 3-act project came about, where Beyonce did Lemonade with many genres as a therapy in her marital crisis, but never thought she would feel unwelcome in the genres she dabbled in. So maybe she's saying, like, I'm literally, like, I'm doing all this shit just for fun. But it's still, like, talking, like they said, like, they're still kind of going over how it's not received well.
Oh, interesting.
Like, she can't do anything literally for fun.
Yeah. Everything, that's so deep, actually, because everything that Beyonce has to put out there, there's already such a high expectation for her.
Okay.
I mean, undoubtedly because she is one of the best, if not the best performer out here right now, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that must be a ton of fucking pressure.
I'm sure it is, but somehow she continues to top herself, because I just I listen to this album honestly, and I think about all of the genre changes, and I know that's a very prevalent thing, you know. Her I think part of her message was like, I can do whatever the hell I want, you know. Like CMAs didn't like with me because I did this. I'm too good or whatever, but like I'm gonna show y'all I can do everything. And though the sounds are primarily country on this album, like she just switches and shifts through so many different sounds. And even like you said earlier for Sweet Honey Buckin', and how she shifts 3 different times in one song. Like there's no artist doing this stuff, and it's just amazing to me how she can surprise us every single time she drops an album. Still after, what is this, B8, B7 or B8?
8. It's 8. I would rate it a 9.5. Just because, yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just, I feel like maybe one of my critiques was not making My Rose longer.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know why anytime somebody says My Rose, I think My Rose Toy. And I didn't know what you were going to say next. I was like, what? About a rose toy?
Yeah. My rose just blooms for you. Troye Sivan.
I was going to say, are we getting into Troye Sivan? No, we're not. Let's get into the absurdity of social media. Because I just feel like we haven't really spoken about that at all. And I just constantly have thoughts.
Have we not? We talked about...
I mean, we've talked about like social media.
we talked about the Wonka experience in Glasgow.
We've talked about things on social Glasgow. No, I don't think that was right. We've talked about things on social media, but like social media in general. Like, I think it's all so funny, and I think it's fake.
See, I think for a good amount of time, for example, this was also kind of feeding into making content, because I've always kind of been like apprehensive towards having to promote my stuff. Because like on social media, because I know that you have to do it, but just knowing that you have to do it is, in a way, I don't know. I had to kind of work through that feeling for a while, because I'm like,
because of judgment.
No, not necessarily. Yeah, okay. So part of it was that, but also part of it just being, how do you put yourself out there in a way that's authentic, but doesn't seem like you're faking it? Okay. And so when you have to, with this podcast, for example, we have to promote it. We have to make clips, edit videos and stuff like that. I mean, I think that in the past, I've always been like, how do I stay authentic? And how do people just kind of take what I say, not as if I'm like trying to grab attention. I mean, I guess we are trying to grab your guys' attention at the end of the day.
But in an authentic way. Like,
in an authentic way, right? I don't
think we're doing anything that we wouldn't.
But it just gives that pressure of like performing in a way.
I guess
you know? Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's a really good segue too, I guess, about one thing my friend said, and I guess I'll get into why she said it. She said, let's bring shame back. And I said, why is that? And
we just talked about it in the second episode.
Wow, look at that full circle moment.
Yeah.
But let's bring shame back, because she saw a TikTok where it was an interracial couple, and they were basically doing like race play jokes and, like massa and slave, like, content for viewership. And I know like clickbait and views, like that's what gets you paid. But she was like, I'm so sorry, because she's also in a interracial relationship. And she was like, I'm sorry. I'm never gonna do that. Like I unfortunately for me, like I just have too much, I don't want to say like pride in oneself, but I guess maybe pride in oneself, like where I can't go online and make a fool out of myself like that for social media or for money. And I was kind of like, I kind of agree, like I'm sure that, as maybe a lot of people start off like that, they're like, I'm not going to do anything crazy like that. And they see that first check hit and they're like,
when we start farting on lollipops.
Okay.
Like, duh.
Check the OnlyFans for a video of me farting on a lollipop, and you can buy it on my Depop store.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, that would be Etsy.
Yeah, you're right. I was going to say it would have been Etsy.
Or, I don't know, like, send our viewers our, like, 1,000 subscriber, like, toenail clippings.
Oh my
okay.
God.
No, okay.
You're not going to catch me. You're not going to catch me on the record on here saying I would send my toenail clippings to somebody for some money.
What if you put some tahini on them?
Like in a bag with toenail clippings.
You just like mix it.
That's what they want.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever like seen. Like, in my family, we, like, cut up mango slices and put them in a bag and then put some tahini, chamoy, and shake it. Yeah, exactly.
This is so good.
The same concept, yeah.
Oh,
that reminds me, speaking of social media, I know this is such a tangent, but my cousin sent me this video of, like, of a guy, I posted on my story, of a guy, like, eating a mango and being like, you're not depressed. You're just living in the United States. Yeah. I'm eating a not next to all these plátanos in El Salvador. Like, I'm having depression gone. I'm having a blast. Yes. Not only do I feel that, every time I'm back in El Salvador, I'm like,
life is okay.
Life is great. Yeah, girl is going to be okay. But
I don't want to die.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe life is worth living, but yeah. My answer to what you said, what were you talking about?
Shame.
Oh, yeah.
Is that it's real?
Is that the price that we pay?
Yeah.
For democracy and a free internet?
I feel like it's the result of the free internet.
Well, yeah,
you're not seeing people over in other countries that have restrictions on internet doing that kind of shit. Free speech, I guess.
Of course, yeah.
It's the result of democracy.
Yeah, so then
a free nation, quote unquote.
So then
American Requiem.
It's this idea of like, I don't know if you like have read about like the monoculture.
Monolith.
Yeah. Well, sort of. Well, sort of, kind of. No, but like this kind of like erosion of like an American monoculture of like, for example, like listening to similar songs, having, I guess, even, compared to like maybe like the 60s, 70s, where it was something that like one strong kind of like cultural understanding of what that decade was about is slowly fading away because people are more and more segmented into their own subcultures that, you know, you get in your pocket and it's like everyone that you know is kind of like into the similar things.
Into the same thing, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's like a whole race play community. Why I bring it up is because sometimes whenever I'm on Twitter, being a little freaky, I do kind of run past these accounts of like, I don't know, interracial race play. And like a lot of people are into it. Yeah. And is it something that I would be okay with for myself? No. You know, but that's also, I mean, I can judge them, but is it going to end up changing anything?
No, of course not. I mean, and the internet, like, you know, it allows for you to be able to kind of meet all of these different types of people and join different niches and communities, you know, even if they are a little bit weird.
What I would say, though, to that, and this ties back to social media, is that it's legitimizing these sorts of fringe ideas by legitimizing it with the internet. Again, that's why I asked, this is the price that we pay. We're forming these communities around, for example, let's just use race play, right? Being okay. We normalize these ideas and you know, they might not be, in my opinion, make the most sense, or if anything, they're a regression on the values that we've already kind of been working towards, right? But like, in a way, it's like normalizing it and making it okay and acceptable for people to be into it, or at least in the shadows.
I would say in the shadows.
In the shadows still, you know, but even in the shadows, I mean, like, I'm not sure if you know, with like QAnon and like the Republican Party, about how like it used to be like very fringe, like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, the government is like run by like what is it, like a cabal of like child molesters, child predators, for everything. And now it's much more mainstream in the party. You know, I think it's bullshit, but it's like people have just been fed all this like QAnon shit. People keep on talking about it. People keep on like, I don't know, like throwing kindling into that fire. And now it's like, oh, what do you mean you don't think that Democrats are fucking child molesters and the worst scum, all that stuff like that? It just increases polarization. You know what I mean? There's no, who's gonna be checking, who's gonna be balancing? Like, what are the checks and balances?
Checking to see if these people are actually what they're accused of.
Just accuracy. I mean, it just what does that mean in our world?
Yeah, I think that is true. I mean, and you're right. Like, social media does kind of, though I will say I do honestly think that a lot of people in power are weird and probably child molesters and shit. However, I think
he's on the record.
Yeah, I will say that on the record, because y'all, you watched the Nickelodeon show, the documentary.
Yeah,
so
iCarly. I'm just kidding. No.
No.
Quiet on Set.
Yes. Quiet on Set.
We could definitely talk about that. Yeah, Quiet on Set.
I haven't watched it. I need to watch it.
There's talk about it. You didn't watch all of it?
No. I've been busy.
Anyways, that's crazy. It's literally like 4 episodes. Come on now.
Okay.
You watch One Piece, and that's like 1,000 billion episodes.
You're right. I'm still 10 years behind.
Speaking of social media, remember that video I sent you of that boy, the protagonist? It's like, come on, I want to write it.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all. You just got a very intimate moment between our DMs that you didn't probably need.
Not write it in reference to Cole. That would be wrong. He's my co-host. Write it in reference to
the boy in the video writing somebody else.
Yes, exactly.
Yeehaw, cowboy! It's Cowboy Carter. Ride a top, not a cowboy, or a cow, or a horse. I don't know. Shit, whatever the saying is.
No, it's save a horse, ride a cowboy. Carter.
Yes. Okay, then. But yeah, another thing with social media, though, really quickly, is how it fuels my delusions. It fuels the out of my delusions. Like those TikTok videos
and
that are like, if you're watching this right now, you're going to have the best luck ever in the next 3 days. If you're an Aries, a Scorpio, or a Leo, guess what? You're gonna find love, and it's gonna be from that person that you didn't think was gonna come back. Okay? Make sure you're looking out for 111-222-333 or some flowers. And then you walk outside and you see a flower, and you're like, oh my god, Redacted is coming back. And I'm just triggered. But you know what? It's really f***ed me up.
Mm-hmm.
In that sense.
Cheers to that.
There's not much for us to say there.
What can I say? We watch different things.
Oh, okay.
I watch YouTube videos on geopolitics and random science stuff and
Zodiac videos on TikTok.
Yeah.
What I was gonna finish up with saying for social media fueling our delusions is that it's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, especially like, oh my god, have you gone on like social media and like done a complete watch of like maybe like your significant other or like a crush or something? You're going through their likes on Twitter and you know you're trying to figure out if those likes have anything to do with you, or am I just kind of showing how crazy I am?
The latter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get a straight jacket on him.
No, literally.
No, but what I was gonna say was I've done that in the past if I've had like a crush.
Mm-hmm.
But technically I don't have that right now. But also I have kind of been on Redacted Instagram.
The one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And I was so tempted to like, because he posted a picture and he looked really cute. I was so tempted to be like, hi.
No. Because you already know how that's going to end. It's going to end the same 3 ways that it did the last 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. But, so I was going to say like, I get it. But you're you're way further into Delulu land.
Am I?
In some ways.
I said, am I? In what way?
In that way.
Okay, yeah, sure.
We're so vague.
Yeah. Okay, sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
but,
also, last but not least, I think social media also causes this social media brain rot. You know, like people have, like the way that they act in person is almost, well, not necessarily the way that they act, because I do feel like some people are a little bit more bold on social media than they are in person. You know, like they'll talk to people, they'll DM people, they'll say shit that they will not say in person. They won't even come up to somebody in like real life.
True.
But I feel like inside of that little stupid little brain of theirs, it still rolls as if they were on Twitter. Like, I feel like there are just some opinions and things that don't need to be said like out loud, you know? And I feel like because social media has given people a platform to say whatever without any kind of repercussions, then they're forgetting that in real life you can't necessarily say or do these types of things because you might get hit, you might get shamed, you might get fired from your job. A large majority of people might not agree with you, but you feel safe behind that profile that doesn't have an Avi or a profile picture to say your actual thoughts.
Yeah, you know, I think we should just like treat it like someone that would hit you up on the Orange app. No pic, no chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously. No, I mean seriously, if you don't have a profile, if you're hiding behind no picture or no bio or no way to actually legitimize you in some way, no mind.
Because who are you?
You know what I mean? Like, you can't be Miss Pussy in bio forever.
Yeah, no.
You know?
You can't. People dox nowadays.
Yeah.
They've been doxing, I guess. But like, I don't know. You would never catch me. I mean, I also feel like I have sense. So like, I'm not going to go on Twitter and start up a whole separate account to tweet outlandish shit.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's just a nut to me that people feel like they need to get that stuff off.
Why is it always pussy in bio, but never dick in a box?
That was the 2010s.
Where's my dick in a box?
That was 2010. Remember that song?
I was born in the wrong time.
Got my dick
of
in
course
a
I do.
box.
Yeah, that's why I brought it
up.
But yeah, but fair. I mean, do you have a current example that you? I mean, I do have an example. I guess like, for example, like JoJo Siwa just came out with a new song, and you know, I don't really know much about her, but I've seen her around the years, and then she has this like goofy little bit, whatever, and it's supposed to be funny and charming, whatever. I have nothing against her. She seems like a really sweet girl, and you know, she's like done like a whole brand, like brand change, right? So now she's like trying to be more edgy, more evolved, right? And so she comes out with the song, which I mean, I think is a fair song. Like I don't think it's a bad song. But people have just been like, oh, she's cartoonish. Oh, she's not like being serious with it. Like she's trying to rebrand this as like her bangers era, but like Miley actually had talent. That's what some people have said. And I'm just like, that is just so mean. Like, let this girl just have fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you forget that this is someone who maybe just turned 18. Maybe still just figuring out what she wants to do. But, like, you know, stop shitting on her.
Social media brain rot. They feel like they have a freaking opinion for literally anything and everything.
Well, everyone has an opinion everyone can have an opinion about everything, but
it doesn't mean it needs to be voiced.
Exactly.
Okay, well then I'll say that they
should
are
be
constantly
shamed.
They shouldn't be, yes, to roll it back, they should be shamed. But also, like, they shouldn't be. That was my grandma, sorry.
Aww,
she just tried
Grandma
to call
Carter.
me Grandma Carter.
Cartier?
Hey, Grandma, we're on live right now. No, I didn't answer her. I'll call her back. But, like,
she's clutching her pearls right now.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
I'm recording a podcast episode. But, like, no, like, literally, like, she is getting away from the childish kind of, like, I guess, persona that she has grown up with her for, I don't even know how many years it's been. And she's going into her own little lane. And like you said, she's an adult. Allow her to do that, you know? And you have to take the child out of your head. I feel like the same thing happened with Chloe and Halle. People, like, they were like, whoa, what is all this kind of music that they're putting out and they're doing and stuff? And I'm like, Chloe and Halle are grown women. You know, they can do whatever the hell they want. You know? Relax.
Yeah, that transition from child star to adult is very, very hard. I mean, as we've seen, for example, with
and they're talking about Miley. Miley got the same scrutiny that JoJo Siwa is getting. So, like, let's not do this whole revisionist history shit. You know?
Only thing is that, like, if she's gonna say bitch, why'd you say effed around? Just say girl.
What did she say, effed around?
Yeah.
They're probably just trying to ease into it.
I know, but still, I was like, girl.
Come as a bitch.
You just said bitch, yeah.
And she's with me right now. All right, y'all. So for the last segment of this podcast episode today, my stepmother actually sent me some cookies for my birthday. And we wanted to go ahead and taste test them. This was actually her idea. So we're going to taste test them. We got s'mores.
Shai Halud.
Cookies and cream. Strawberry Pop-Tart.
Shai Halud.
And Snickerdoodle.
Oh, Shai Halud.
Amen. Also, by the way, y'all, so this is from Yass Cookies.
Yeah.
I don't know if my stepmom was trying to say something with that, but Yass Cookies. They're based out of Atlanta. So let's go ahead and try it out and see how it is. Which one do you want to start with first?
Let's start out with that one. Yep, Oreo cookie.
Okay, cookies and cream. All right, y'all. So you can see, opening it up. Right. Ready?
Cheers.
I like this one. Personally, though, I'm a cookies and cream lover, though. Like, I love a cookies and cream shake.
Yeah. Me too. It's dense. I like it.
You like that?
Yeah. I like that it's dense.
I think it needs to have more cream, though. It has a lot of cookie.
I'll say that, yeah. It's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
All right, then. And the next one is gonna be strawberry Pop-Tart. So,
That's what they used to call me in elementary school.
Strawberry Pop-Tart?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like they were just calling you a fruitcake.
Yeah.
Is
But
that your realization?
No, but I was thin, and I was.
Are you serious? Or are you lying?
Up. I'm lying. Obviously.
Okay.
No,
Obviously.
I've always been a little fatty.
Uh-huh.
I was always a big boy. I was a big boy, and I was a tall boy. So, like, don't f with me. Period. Cheers.
I almost dropped it when you did that.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm.
I kind of taste the Pop-Tart. Like, it mainly just tastes like a sugar cookie.
Are you sure this is
Mm-hmm.
strawberry Pop-Tart?
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like just like a sprinkles cookie.
Taste it really hard.
Really hard. Ah, it has notes of
Strawberry Pop-Tart.
strawberry and Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's good. I like it.
It's basically like a sugar cookie, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying a little too hard.
It's trying too hard? Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
We have to be nice.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like, oh yeah, this strawberry Pop-Tart cookie blows my mind. Killing it.
We're gonna be like Keith Lee, just be real.
No, I guess you're right.
1 out of 10. No, I'm just playing. No, strawberry Pop-Tart was pretty good. Similar to a sugar cookie to me, but I did taste a little bit of the strawberry Pop-Tart.
That's good, yeah.
Next, we have s'mores. Let's go ahead and...
I love s'mores. Like actual s'mores, like over a campfire.
Yes.
It's the best.
I actually had a s'mores like indoor maker when I was little.
Mm-hmm. Your shirt is like unbuttoned.
Yeah, it's broken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Cheers.
Cheers. Yay. I think this one might be my favorite so far.
This one's my favorite so far.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I love s'mores, but I usually don't like s'mores flavored things.
Mm-hmm.
And this does it really well.
Really?
Yeah. Because I mean, it's like you got the Hershey's chocolate chunks, and then you got the mini marshmallows, and since the cookie batter itself is really, really good. It's a really nice flavor. It's very buttery too. So I noticed.
You know what I think it is? I'm tasting it. I think the cookie batter is mixed in with a little bit of graham cracker. Or maybe it is slightly graham cracker. So I feel like I can taste it.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
Yeah, I like that. That's my favorite so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty.
For sure.
And then last but not least, Snickerdoodle.
Yay!
A classic.
Usually my favorite.
Really?
I
usually like cinnamony things too.
Cinnamon is my favorite spice.
Isn't there like something nutty in Snickerdoodle too? Or no?
I mean,
I don't know.
you can nut on a cookie all you want.
All right. Yass Cookies. Don't listen to that part. All right, Yass Cookies.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
Maybe that's what I mean.
Sweet almond.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it does. It does taste a little bit like
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. This is...
Really? Is it one of the best Snickerdoodle cookies you ever had? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this one. But
it's one of the best.
I think I would still rank this one below s'mores. For me, personally.
Yeah, let's do our personal ratings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, before we get into scores, if I were to do a ranking, It's s'mores, snickerdoodle, surprisingly, no, cookies and cream, and then strawberry Pop-Tart.
Okay. Mine would be... Honestly, I would put s'mores.
Okay.
Like, it's a really good snickerdoodle, but honestly, the s'mores cookie was phenomenal. S'mores, then snickerdoodle, then strawberry Pop-Tart, then cookies and cream.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense for you.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you didn't really like the cookies and cream one that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, upwards progression.
Okay.
No, kind of.
Because, yeah, I feel like what really set off the s'mores was having a little bit of the graham cracker in the dough. Because, you know, like some s'mores things try to mimic it, but they don't use any graham cracker, so it's really just a cookie or a cupcake with Hershey's and marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
And
it just doesn't do it for me.
It's not the same.
She's just not that girl.
She's
but this
girl.
cookie, yes!
Yes!
Yes! Like, that reminds me of this, like, remember when High Gay was popular? High Gay?
Mm-mm.
You don't remember the High Gay girl?
Mm-mm.
It's one of my phone. My ass has been vibrating for the past 10 minutes, yo.
Yes, cookies.
Yes,
Those
cookies.
good.
Yes,
cookies.
Eat the girls up, baby.
Ate the girls up. Ate us up. Yes, cookies.
Yes. Tens on the floor and in my stomach.
I would like to know who owns that place. Like, is it queer owned? Because Yass Cookies.
Yes. I'll be a baker's son then.
All right.
Give me a baker's dozen.
Give me a baker's dozen.
Woo!
All right. Well, thank you, Yass Cookies, for sending these cookies over. And even though you didn't actually send them, my stepmother did. Thank you so much. Oh
yeah, but we have to rate them.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give s'mores a 9.
I'm gonna give s'mores a 9 too.
Okay. And then what did I say next? Was Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle, I'm gonna give that one an 8.
I'm gonna give it an 8.7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 8.75. Honestly, I've been rounding down.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cookies and cream for me, I'll give that a 7.5.
Okay. I'll give it an 8. Because I'm feeling generous.
Really?
Yeehaw!
But that was your lowest. So
just kidding. Oh.
I was gonna say.
I'm giving it... Someone's lying.
Somebody's lying. Okay.
This is the signal when we hear cap. Like you're
just cap like. Okay.
Okay, I would say actually no, sorry. Yeah, I would say 7.
Okay. And then last but not least, strawberry Pop-Tart. I'm gonna give that a 7.2, slightly below, but mainly for me again because I just really couldn't taste too much of the Pop-Tart.
Yeah, I would say it's a 7.25 for me.
Okay.
The one that I would definitely go for more is s'mores. Like I am sad that we don't have another one. Do you?
Yeah. No.
That's big bag. That's very big back of you. How dare you? Look at me. I'm starving.
As you've been eating the cake that's been sitting in my fridge for the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Kitty girl.
Alrighty then. Well, y'all, thanks so much for tuning in to this very special episode of Looking with Alexis and Cole. The only thing that made it special is that we talked about Cowboy Carter and ate cookies while drinking gin and tonics. But hey, whatever you've been looking for,
it's right here, baby.
Y'all have a good one. Whee!